What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. So today we're going to go ahead and take a look at two GPUs that we went ahead and purchased. They were labeled as broken and 4 parts. So I thought I'd go ahead and give it a whirl, see what we get, put them together, pull them out, and put them into our rig here, disable a few things and put them into our last slot, and see what we get with these, see if we can get these working. So let's go ahead and unbox these and we'll take a look. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I think this guy, who I bought it from, wins when it comes to the how nicely packed is your card. There was bubble wrap in the box, and then look how much is on this guy, completely taped up. This one had a decent amount, but this is definitely our winner. So let's go ahead and swap over, take off the wrappings, and show you guys what cards we got. Alrighty, so here are our cards. So our first one here is the MSI 580 4 gig card. So we got this one off of Offers Up, and if you guys aren't familiar with what Offers Up is, it is it's kind of a used secondhand website. Actually started as an app on the phone where people sell a lot of stuff like garage sales or yard sales and stuff. So this is, as I said, this is the 580 4 gig card that we got here. This person said that it wasn't showing any video on it, but you have to take that with a grain of salt. Like how honest are the people being for it? So this card was listed as parts. The person said there was problems with it. I bought it for $65 US, and just thought I'd take a gamble. That's exactly what this was for me. All of these cards that I have here I knew worked properly, but these were the first cards I purchased that I knew had a problem going into it. So this one, I thought I got a pretty good deal on $65 for a gamble. If I can get it working, great. I could resell it for several $100s, or I could add it into our upcoming rig that we're going to build here in the wire rack. This guy, though, I think I took a little too much risk on. So this guy is the Sapphire Nitro RX, or no, it's actually a Sapphire Pulse RX580 8 gig. So Sapphire Pulse 580 8 gig, MSI 580 4 gig. So this is the Pulse here. This is a very similar series as to a lot of the other cards that I have. This is the Pulse. It's a little bit different than the Nitros that we do have. So my next thought is and this one was off of, one of them was Facebook, one was Offers Up, I don't recall. But let's talk about what I spent on this one, because I think I spent too much. And I think I was a little foolish on it. But if it works, these go for $500 used right now, if I wanted to resell it. But I probably would put it to work, as I do already have another RX580 here. Just this is an XFX. So on this card here, I spent $150 US on a card that is labeled as parts not working. Was I foolish? Probably. But I thought I'd take a gamble, and if it works and I can figure it out, phenomenal. I don't necessarily have a background in more of your electrical engineering or on circuit boards or anything like that. So I'm really going to be looking to the internet and YouTube to figure out methods behind these. So let's go ahead and power down our rig, and I actually want to strip these out anyway, and we're going to go ahead and test one at a time and see what happens. So I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, we are back. So we do have our MSI RX580 4 gig card in here and ready to go. This card is actually like rather long. If you take a look, it actually has some pretty crazy depth to it. It just looks so weird to me to have the board with just like your heatsink and everything right here. It just looks so much smaller versus all the cards now come with all the shrouds and everything. So it's really funny to me to see that with these MSI boards. So everything's hooked up. It is a 8-pin power here. We do have it into our new risers that you can see there. The rest of these cards I actually have unplugged. So it is just that guy set up and plugged in, as you guys can see here in the back. And then we have an HDMI cable running to our monitor right here, and it's going right into the board there. So let's go ahead and power this on and see what happens, and we'll take a look together. So what we'll do is we'll come in here and we'll power this on, if I could find the power button. All right, that's powered on, cool. We'll go ahead and turn on our ATX power supply, and our button is over here on the side. Come on, we can find it. Oh my goodness, that was harder than it needed to be. All right, cool. So fans are coming on, CPU fans on, our cooling fans are on. The rest of these fans won't be on. And we can see the card fans, well, they spun up for about 2 seconds and then stopped. And look at this guy. What the heck does that mean? Interesting. Well, if anybody has any recommendations on what to do with this, that's all we're getting. I'm going to give it a minute to see if HiveOS boots, to see if we get anything. But that's interesting. That's going to be an interesting predicament. Okay, I'll be back in I'll give it, 5 minutes for HiveOS to see if it does anything, and then we'll be back. Alrighty, we're back. We are exactly where we were 5 minutes ago. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect everything, make sure all my cables are good, make sure I'm not missing anything. Let me try that out real quick, and I'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty guys, we are back. We went ahead and checked everything. We actually tried a different GPU riser. We tried a different USB cable. We tried a different power leg here. And then what we did was we went ahead and actually moved our PCI adapter into the first slot down here, just to see if that changes anything. Unfortunately, it doesn't. So we still have this dot. It's just like a black screen with one white little line, or a dash is what you'd call it. So we're going to have to see if we can figure that out in a separate video. In the meantime, let's go ahead and grab this guy. This is a Sapphire Pulse RX580 8GB card, and let's see if we have any better luck. So let's go ahead and swap these out, and we'll see how we do. Alrighty, we're back. We have our card in, our RX580 8GB card. Does have just a 8-pin here. Looks very similar to these are our 470s. This of course is the 580 here. So here's wishing us luck that things will be different. Let's go ahead in here, power that on, ATX power supply is on, and let's turn on our power. CPU fans are coming on. Let's see, do we have anything over here? Fans are spinning. Hey, that's good. I like it. And, okay. What the heck? Same thing. 2 different cards. 2 different buyers. Or sorry, 2 different sellers. I'm really confused right now, I'm not lying. Okay, so I'm going to take a few minutes and see if I can figure something out here. I swear, if you guys are in the comments and know exactly what's going on, I'm going to be super frustrated. But let me power this down and see if I can figure something out. I wonder why this would be interesting. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to plug in one of my other GPUs. Let's do that. Let's plug in this GPU and see what happens. So let me do that real quick. Hang on. Okay, so we just went ahead and powered up. I did plug in the second card here. As you can see down here, we have both of these in. So let's wait to see what happens. We have 2 cards plugged in currently. One I know is 100% good. One I know that is questionable at best. We haven't gotten anything on the screen yet. We also haven't gotten a line or a dot on there. Okay. That seemed a little delayed. Oh, the fans are just pulsing. Okay. So I'm not seeing anything on the screen yet. So let's give it, oh, that's going crazy. Let's give it 5 minutes, and we'll be back in a second and see if HiveOS does anything. Alrighty guys, we are back after 5 minutes, and we have gotten the exact same results. So with 2 cards plugged in, the questionable one and a known good one, we actually get nothing on our monitor from this guy here. Let me go ahead and plug my HDMI into my good card, see if it does anything here. Let's just try it out, see what happens. Okay, we're plugged in. Just hoping, praying. change that just in case that helps me out at all. Blue light comes on. It's on HDMI. Dang, nothing. Okay, so we have 2 cards that we purchased known as having a problem. 2 different sellers, but have the exact same problem. So I'm definitely scratching my head. I'm going to go to a few different Discord channels, post in there, see if anyone knows anything. If you guys have any recommendations or you've seen this, please go ahead and post in the description below. I definitely am not familiar with kind of fixing or addressing these issues, so we'll have to see what happens. You know, I don't mind taking these apart and reapplying thermal paste, but I don't think that's it. I'm not even getting anything posting at all. I'm also considering, we did pick up, look at this, a little toaster oven down here. We did pick that up for the sole purpose, used of course, of, you know, I've done some research on the whole oven trick to see if that goes ahead and addresses some bad solders or anything like that. So we'll try that out possibly in the future, but first I want to do some research and see what people are saying in the community. Well guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.